So we're jumping into the drafting phase here. I gotta agree with Mirko here. I think that right now in terms, well, last year there definitely was a disparity between blue and red, but I think now with the way that the patch has been going and the way that people have kind of picked up on some of the busted stuff, the Loyis of course, the Matildas of course, the Phovius bans on blue side now being a new adaptation into the recent meta, it's a little difficult. And I would say a little bit, honestly, a little bit more red side favorite sometimes.
Okay, but this actually opens up a lot of things, right? Harith is still on the board. We saw the Hilda being banned out earlier on, and now we're looking at the Kalea that could possibly be opened up here for... I don't know, does Aurora Turkey play Kalea?
I think they have played a game with it, if I remember correctly.
Apex?
I'll double check. Yeah, we're coming in from Apex. I'll double check for you guys in just a little bit, but I was actually kind of hoping that RRQ might be like, hey, Thyron, you're looking kind of schmeckshy on that Kalea in the EXP flex.
Could be another flex pick here. I mean, if Aurora don't pick it up, if it's not banned out here, obviously by RRQ, Aurora don't pick it up. There you go, Hilda ban. Kalea is up for grabs. I think Suyo is still the better option. It didn't work in game 1, but that was because you were up against a Mathilda and a Badang. So change a few things here and there. The Suyo is still the highest picked hero, and highest win rate. How do you have both? That's unfair, bro.
It really is unfair. Blue Yo once again coming in with 78%. What happened? It increased by 3%.
Oh, the other streams.
Oh my goodness. Look, we only got updated from one of them. Not sure how those games are going so far for the other streams, but hey, Blue Yo once again and RRQ Hoshi asking the same questions. You know what? Let's just do the thing here. Let's just do what we usually do. And to answer your question, Eterna, yes, Aurora have picked up Kalea in two of their matches in their previous 2 series, 1 each. Now RQ Hoshi going to be locking in the Harith. Ooh, they don't want the Granger. Instead, we're comfortable with the Harith. We've seen how destructive they can be, but also the Kalea.
Yep. There you go. Kalea flex.
See, I don't know if it's a Sigiboom thing, maybe.
Is it a
no,
thing?
as in so far Sigiboom has picked up the Harith, the Moskov, and the Irrital, like in the first game. Maybe he's not as powerful on the Irrital, so maybe they were looking
the Granger,
for
you mean?
the Oh yeah, the Granger. Huh?
We're talking about Granger Harith, right?
In the first game, it was Irrital, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so maybe they don't want to go for the Irrital again. They wanted to pick up something like the Harith, so RQ Hoshi took the Harith away, and so now Granger.
That's actually a pretty good point here. Because again, it's not like we see a lot of Irithels being bold enough to kind of like weave into these fights to punish you with the sprint. And I think there could have been a couple of good moments for Sigiboom, I'm not going to lie, but just didn't have the goal to make it happen. Now, Aurora forced onto the Granger and also picking up the Jawhead this time. One of the highlight heroes for Apex 47, but RQ Hoshi, again, I like this combination. Kalea, especially with somebody who sticks on that back line with you in the Lucas. It could be jungle, it could be EXP, who knows? The double flex.
So flex.
Yeah, it's so flexible.
It's so meta too, man. Like storytelling wise, in terms of the collab, you know? It's Kalea and Lucas against Suyo.
Damn.
Brother, that's like right as we got to Shippuden right there, brother. But yeah, Granger gets picked up with the Jawhead Suyo, really. I was kind of surprised that we didn't get the Jawhead Suyo in game 1. Yeah, you're up against Mathilda. I understand maybe she could open up, she could go Purify, and then, you know, could stop that. But now without the Mathilda, for sure, this Jawhead's going to have a better time. But then I think about the Lucas again. It's anti-CC. Like you mentioned, pop in that Sacred Beast, you're CC immune. Kalea can punish the Jawhead too. And maybe that's why also with the Harith here that they have so many ways. This is like an anti-CC comp so far.
So far, I think there's still the possibility that like even for Sutsujin, he's looking at that Jawhead and he's like, man, I don't want to be forced to use the Sacred Beast every single time. He's looking at Dyron's looking at him. It's just like, one of us is going to have a good time. And I hope that it's me.
So
could be a Hanzo still.
Yeah, that's true. There's still flex potential here from the side of RRQ Hoshi. With the CC being banned out, they go for the Gatot ban. So technically, Valentina is still open for Aurora if they want to look for a counter to the Lucas.
Possibly. I think they want to give that question over. Oh, but then they would have to reveal one of their flex picks if they do so. Let's see what KSQ does here, because again, it's not too often that we're going to see the double flex pick coming in from red side on RRQ. But Aurora Turkey still, they got rid of the Badang, which I already think, okay, sure, they want to change things up from what happened in game number 1. They don't want Dyron to be able to kind of like keep them away. but coming into their final ban here, it looks like it. Ooh, the Hanzo, one step ahead.
Yeah, Hanzo would have been an amazing pick. They were already setting up for it. The God Thought and the CC, right? And the reason they don't ban Valence is because they can pick it up themselves, deny it away, and then now, no counters. The Phobius is banned out by Aurora already. No CC. Valentina gets picked up, and the flex, double flex, it's going to be used up all the way to the end. So add more questions over to Aurora. Put them in a tough spot. Let them reveal their picks. They go for the Farsa, and now RRQ could still go for an Assassin in the jungle to bully the Farsa and the Granger.
Let's see what EXP laner Aurora Turkey confirms here, because whatever, depending on what the EXP is, if the matchup is okay and it's not so much of you're gonna outpush me, I'm gonna do nothing, at least Kalea might just be thrown into that position, and then RQ Hoshi could put in another threat, like maybe even a Cho.
Yeah, could be. They could also just go Franco again, honestly.
Would Franco be? Yeah. Franco also works in these scenarios as well.
First item winning crown, flicker forward, glue. Oops, the last pick. So yeah, now for RRQ, it just comes down to what they want. There's so much flex, so technically we could just keep on going on like what pick you want to go for. You want to go for a jungle, a Ling. You want to go for an XP? Probably not XP.
Should be support. Should be support.
Roll.
Sorry, we're looking at we're all telepathically today. We're telepathically connected to Eterna, so we're getting access to her superpowers. This will be interesting as Guinevere gets locked in the first time we are seeing it from RRQ Hoshi. We'll see whether or not they switch it around. We need to get some confirmation because it makes sense as a support. Oh yes, it makes sense. Now that feathered airstrike. What can you technically do here? It does open the possibility of Jawhead finding the punish onto Guinevere, but that feather airstrike must be precise and it must be in a safe distance.
Dude, how do you do that?
So nasty.
And like, why do you even want to go Purify now? What are you gonna purify, man? You gonna purify the spatial migration? There's gonna be a slam. There's gonna be sacred bees. Oh man,
it's a really great draft coming in from RRQ Hoshi.
That's cute.
He does it again. He does it again. Bruce Kes Cute Wayne strikes once more in our universe. RRQ Hoshi on the red side, Aurora Turkey on the blues. We're heading on over to game 2. Mirko, Eterna, please take it away.
Let's take it away, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, Gideon. It's me and Mirko right now, and we're still flabbergasted over the drafts that we are currently looking at. It's match point now for the Kings of Kings, for RRQ, still on their undefeated run all the way up until this point. And we're going to see whether or not Aurora will be able to get this to force a game number 3 and perhaps solidify their place if they still want to make it to the playoffs here in the Mobile Masters.
Not gonna talk Eterna.
Okay.
Not after that, because cute, man.
I mean, because the thing is, on paper, oh, wait a second.
There you go. Punish Rins. Still able to escape. Oh, good defense from E-Dog. Wow, all right. Rins. I thought he was greedy there by not flickering. No, it turns out it was calculated. Now, Apex 47 in the 1v1 against Sutsujin. Not too sure about that 1v1 for Apex 47. But now Sutsujin turning it around to get first blood.
That is intelligence right there. That is intelligence right there by Sutsujin, utilizing the creep there to get a little bit more HP to outplay that maneuver. That was almost a disaster for RRQ in the first few minutes of the game. And again, back to the point before all that action happened, technically Aurora have that template early game aggressive draft, right? They have Apex 47 on the Jawhead with TNZ on the Suyo, plus they have Rosa on the Farsa, and to top it all off, they have the Granger as well. But it seems like Kescute's already prepared for a draft like this. When was the last time we saw the Guinevere? I think it was Beloyski, MPL.
It was Beloyski. I believe we saw another Guinevere roam also picked up. I forgot if it was Keyboy or if it was actually E-Dog who picked it up. But we have seen another one in MPL ID after Beloyski's pick. Now, setting up, Diamond walking up. Oh my lord, get the right one! Tsunami slam, Sutsujin just gets that and the retry in. Tianzi went in for the retry, now the slam. Trying to get Sutsujin, he brings him under the turret. Good night, Lunar. Has the flicker, will be able to utilize it. Oh, what a flicker from Rins! Feathered airstrike going over to Rosa and recalling on Aurora.
And that's Rosa. That's Rosa, one of the main anchors to Aurora. The name is no longer alien to us. Ever since M4, the prowess of this player in the mid lane has been immense, and Rince is technically new and recalling onto Rosa. Feels bad.
He's
RQ
been playing
now.
for 2 seasons. Rins.
Pretty new, right?
Very
Compared
new.
to M4?
Very, very new. Gets locked in, unstoppable force, still able to escape for a bit, but gets soul severed by Tienzi. Ida, very low. Tienzi wanting to go for that punish. Finally, we get to see Rins punished after committing those kind of war crimes, man.
Yeah, you can't do those recalls against Rosa. It's not appropriate, okay? So RQ, 1,400 gold lead earlier on has shrunken down to 800. You can see Aurora here looking for an extra punish. I don't think they do want to commit onto this right before this turtle spawns. Maybe they were trying to force in a retribution by Sutsujin, but they don't actually commit, and it looks like they're going back to their previous rotations.
600 gold lead now, still even relatively, but it is a bigger lead compared to Turtle 1 in game number 1, RRQ. Definitely standing with the advantage a bit more this time. Special migration and Val Requiem now as Suzuki jumps in with the Sacred Beast and the Feather Airstrike. Everything in the kitchen sink and the Tsunami Slam too, used on Lunar.
They have so many tools in these team fights that it's actually disgusting. Sutsujin though,
Very low, still Apex coming in. Tienzi with a shutdown.
oh, that's a good one.
Hey! Flicker ejector, unable to land. Tyrant with the bonk. Disengaging Toy, rotating as well. Synchro-Fission. That's it. Turtle number 2. Heavy advantage to Aurora with Sutsujin still down. Mission Migration coming down as well with Zaman Force as well. Still gonna go for the fight as the airstrike gets used up into the back. Dyron trying to look for an angle to go over to Rins. Turtle for Apex 47.
All right, already a good trade, I think, for Aurora. Sure, they get Apex low, but it was already Sutsujin being down earlier on. Plus, they get the neutral objective. So already a different story than what we saw from game number 1. A little bit more fighting power from Aurora Turkey, and they've got to be able to play it that exact same way, right? Rosa opened up the Feather Airstrike in a good position, so nobody was able to punish them. Okay, there's a little bit of trade of damage coming through, and it looks like Rins has still opted to go for Feather Airstrike.
I think that's the best ultimate to take right now, right? Maybe... Yeah, right now it's just the Feather Airstrike, so it's a good way to dish out more damage, especially if RRQ want to go for those pickouts that we've been seeing with the Tsunami Slam, with those individual lockdowns, and the crazy bursts that they're going to have. Dyron walks up against Feather Airstrike, gets used up, zoning them in the back. Apex helping Tienzi to take that green camp away.
Because I think Rins is afforded to do this, right? Because Rins is a very highly aggressive player. I think when it comes down to it, he would take something like the Unstoppable Force. But the fact that there are already so many tools on the side of Araki Hoshi already, so he's like, okay, might as well pick up the different role. Let's pick up the damage role. Apex 47. Oh.
Spatial migration not landing. Apex gets away. Both teams again waiting. Wait a minute, Rosa! Don't think you want to go for it there. Gets cancelled immediately. Purify.
That was scary. That was scary. I think my heart dropped just a little bit. But, you know, despite everything going on right now, it looks like Aurora Turkey are the ones holding a little bit more of the gold lead.
Back to them. Back to... Oh, hold up. Apex red out. Edoc, Spatial Migration out. Rin's not going to open up that bush. Mid-control for Aurora. Good rotation from Lunar to get that prio.
Rotations are happening now for both of these teams. They're looking for the next neutral objective here. Tienzi level 10, but so is Sutsujin. All the resources on the side of RRQ are up, save for Rins and Sutsujin. Aurora Turkey, do they want to use this as information to go for it?
Darren walking up. Lunar popping his split again. Edoc going back. Turtle gonna be still contested. Diamond walking up again. It's gonna be retreat battle. Sutsujin wins. It's on force in the back line. No purify for Rosa. Almost taken down. Has the wings by way. Sutsujin throws out that bomb. No one dying. RRQ get the turtle.
2 games in a row. Sutsujin so reliable on the retribution. You can see the insta collapse now from the side of RRQ Hoshi as Sutsujin goes in, you know, real deep. Gonna be able to pick up that creep. Not entirely the purple buff, but that tower in the mid lane gets taken down.
Oh, 1v1 this time. Sutsujin winning it out against TNZ just a bit. No Sacred Beast goes back in over to TNZ. Still able to Blade Surge out. Rins walking up too. Can he escape in the mid lane? Apex 47 going to be taking out Rins. Still holding this position. TNZ will be able to dash out. That's a Sacred Beast and a bomb. Meanwhile, Toy is taken out as Edok walks away. TNZ does fall in the end. But wow, crazy fights.
All over the map here. 2-for-1 trade. You can see both teams are fighting each other. Mid lane, a little bit of action there. What's going on? That turret does fall in the top lane finally. Sutsujin is going to be able to trade that back, and that is a little bit of a, you know, a hold on to Toy. You know,
Hold up.
hold up,
Hold on, hold up, hold down.
hold in.
Okay. It can work. I mean, the fact that Siggy Boom got the Sky Piercer earlier and already has a kill now is pretty okay, but the gold lead, it's the capitalization on the kills, right? Aurora were able to get a kill on Toy, but they weren't able to get any turrets. Meanwhile, RRQ, right as they got TNZ, they got a turret up top. They have more tempo to play with, and again, they've just been rotating, I think, a bit more efficiently. Like, Aurora have been sticking together a lot, RRQ have been splitting, so their goal has been dispersed to their core members better than Aurora. I mean, who technically are just trying to funnel Siggy Boom.
That's what Renmar was talking about with me about Aurora Turkey, right? For the past few matches that they've played, they've had such long matches, very high kills, but really lacking in terms of kill conversion. And we're seeing that happening again here in this game against RRQ Hoshi. Like you mentioned before, 1,000 gold lead now.
Oi.
Siren.
Tsunami Slam, bringing Apex back, forcing him to use the Flicker as Lunar jumps in with a Slam and a pass. Edok able to escape. Good maneuver from Rins, getting out with that for the airstrike. Now used on Apex, sniping him down as Toy goes in and dismantles the back. Lunar gets a kill on the diver, and Sutsujin wants to go for the dive. Over to Siggy Boom he goes. Sutsujin almost with a double. TNZ staying alive with 1 HP.
And just like that, 3 members for the side of RR Turkey have fallen. RRQ with all the time in the world and all the space in the world to be able to pick up this first Lord of the game. A beautiful opening by RRQ. And unfortunately though, TNZ still wanted to fight back.
TNZ walks back up. Oh, Chain CC coming down as well. It's Toy! This time 2 red trees. Sutsujin didn't have it, but Toy got it. Edok will fall. But Lunar is not caught in the bad spot as Sutsujin tries to get that kill on him. How did that happen?
Luck just smiles over RRQ over and over.
Oi.
Sutsujin.
Another airstrike. Now another response from Rosa doing the same thing. Sacred Beast from Sutsujin. Oh no! That's going to be the dash forward for Siggy Boom into the Tsunami Slam. Gets the kill on Rins, but will fall to Dyron on the Kalea.
3-for-1 trade, and it's Edok that gets taken down. Okay, Rins is the one that gets taken down, but still RRQ hold on to the advantage. Lord is still marching, mind you, ladies and gentlemen, the top side. And Aurora Turkey, they have more than one problem to think about right now, Apex.
Gets read out completely, goes in for the ejector, but Dyron can take that damage. He'll just take it and walk back to the orange buff as the Lord charges in up top. Without the Holy Defense, it will take half of the turret's HP as RRQ look to go for tier 2 in the mid lane.
Yeah, they're not stopping right now. TNZ doing all he can to, save in these turrets, clear in these waves, but that turret is still going to fall, and that shield does still get popped. So Aurora, now on the back foot, looking for ways to kind of turn this game around. It is still only a 4,000 gold lead, but we've seen what RRQ have been able to do with the lead. We saw that happen in game number 1, and granted, all the damage that was being given over by RRQ, that was before Toy picked up the Holy Crystal, and now he has it.
He does. 10 minutes in. Not bad at all. Really quick timers. And at this point, again, there's no real reason for them to force out anything. Sutsujin has the immortality too now, so on top of the crazy burst he's been able to do, he's also going to be very tough to kill, even with Apex getting the ejector down. Look at that damage. That's onto glue, by the way, right? Like, oh my. Half HP already brought back again to the team. Apex looked for a play, but got slammed down. That's a solo on the tank. That's the frontliner. Apex falling as well. Toy jumps it forward as Sutsujin cleans them up. That's Rins at the back. Gila Rins stealing away TNZ's ult just to displace himself. 4-1.
4-1, and I don't think that's worth it at all. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, TNZ is the only one standing to save Aurora's life here, not just in this game, but in this tournament.
Edok with the cherry on top. Spatial migration flicker. The Kings of Kings raise their banners high.
100% win rate still. 100% game rate, I believe, in